We're about to leave camp. I just thought I would take one last video and show you guys the area a little bit more. Very primitive area, like I said. Nothing but a bunch of dirt roads back here. Trails that go through the mountains. We did some fishing. We did a lot of hiking. 2 days totaling about 20 miles nearly. A lot of rock climbing down into a ravine. We almost didn't get out of the ravine because, you know, it's pretty much cliff climbing and you got to hang on, and if you let go, you're screwed, you know. You break a leg out here, ain't nobody gonna come save you. But we're back by the Tanglewood Trail. This is the Coal Creek, and there's also in the area the Bear River. There's another lake, I don't know what it's called, and then there's of course the Bear Lake and Reservoir, which on my way out I'll probably do a video and take some, I'll take some pictures and things for the website. It is Bigfoot country. There's a lot of sightings and strange things that go on, but you could see the water's very shallow. If you look, because this bridge leads to a dirt road. I mean, this is weird. The bridge is in the middle of nowhere. And yet, when you go up here, there's a road, a dirt road that goes right up into the mountains. I mean, we're about 6-7 miles from the Bear Lake Reservoir, and even still, a couple more miles to go around the lake and get to the highway that cuts through the Carson Pass. But normally, this is unusual, but normally the creek, if you look, it's a little discolored. The creek is usually about 4 feet higher. So these stones would be obviously submerged. The kids enjoyed swimming here. I took a dip myself. Water's ice cold. Further downstream it's warmer, but you can see, I mean, it's very steep because we're in a canyon where the river runs. And of course, if you come this way, we've had a successful expedition. I've seen Sasquatch. My day 2 of hiking. Day 1 was spent in the evening out here camping where the dog got spooked really bad. But day 2 was spent. Day 2 was actually spent. You see that mountain? It keeps going up. A couple miles back. So where I had my sighting, we found a 20-inch print in the middle of some thick brush in the woods. There is no trails around here. There really isn't. But I spent day 2 hiking back in here, which overlooked the massive canyon. And then I hiked this way in the woods, about 4 miles up. Another peak. I did it with my dog the same day, so I did 2 peaks in one day. We found a pretty large track. Up here is where we found a stool sample, a giant pile of stool. It was very large. It was in the middle of nowhere. 4-inch, 5-inch circumference. It was huge. Whatever made it was very large. My dog's 80 pounds, and it was triple the size of what my dog does. So definitely something very large. But anyways, you could see there's a lot of steep rocks to climb. This has been the whole trip, climbing steep rocks and climbing through. If you look, all that brush, we climbed through all kinds of brush like that. Yesterday, day 3, was spent hiking this ravine all the way down the creek for 3 miles, and we hiked out of the ravine up to a top of a mountain peak where there was a giant canyon with a lake to the left and then the river going to the right, deep down, hundreds of feet down. So actually this creek intersects with another, I think, the Bear River. So the river is what actually carved the deep canyon, which you'll see videos of previously. And so we definitely, you know, we spent almost 20 miles of hiking in a 2-day span, and you can see, I mean, I am so cut up from thorns It's just grossly disgusting when you can imagine that every cut I could feel searing my skin, and you know, I had blood dripping down my legs, and it's just, this is, you know, people think that, you know, everybody's like, it's so cool to go Bigfoot hunting, but they don't realize we don't stay on the trails, we do a lot of rock and cliff climbing, or at least steep rocks all the way up. You fall, you're screwed, you'll bounce 30-40 feet and die. You know, we have to cross through streams. We have to actually get in the water. It's ice cold. You know, you go for a half a mile through brush as high as you. There's snakes in there. I mean, that's what Bigfoot hunting entails. You have to work to see this thing, to get the tracks, to get the stool, to find evidence, you know, and people don't understand that, and that's why they quit our team, because they're just like, I'm not getting off the trail. We went in the wilderness off the trail for miles. We never once got lost. We never once got turned around. We hit obstacles, and we worked around those obstacles, and we were a success, you know, and that's all that matters, is that we were a success. I mean, when you watch TV shows, I can guarantee you they don't even hike on these Bigfoot shows no more than a quarter of a mile. They park at a parking lot, they go up into some woods, they walk around by the road, they film it, and that's what you get. An hour show is basically filmed with little or no hiking. And these images they get on the infrared are probably people, because there's a big crew wandering around while it's being filmed. And then you have the fact of it, you have these Bigfoot calls. Well, Bigfoot hunters bring what they're like amps, and they play Bigfoot sounds, and then the producers are like, well, let's play it off that it's a Bigfoot in the woods. So you can't believe a lot of the cryptozoological investigations. You can believe them through us, because you see videos as we're hiking. You see videos of different locations, and you know by looking at the videos, as primitive as it is, you know we're out in the middle of the ravine, because you see me filming my son and me. You know, there's no roads nearby. So we definitely work very hard at what we do, and it's commendable. And in the cooler weather, we'll be doing a lot of ghost hunting of historical sites and cemeteries. But, you know, in the summer, we go all out. 10, 20-mile hikes, camping, off-roading, and it's the real deal. And our research is very important, even if it means getting a few cuts, bruises, and falls. It is very important, because we're actually, our success rate so far is every Bigfoot investigation we have gotten something. If we were on TV and only hiking a quarter mile, we wouldn't. But because we're self-produced, we're able to go as far as we want, where we want. It's better than TV. You can't believe the shows. Just like we did the interview for Haunted Highway, it's all faked. The adventure, the backpacks are empty, there's nothing in the backpacks. They just put them on Jack and Dana, and they say walk around, and there's the adventure. Walk around in circles and film it and make it look like they're doing something. And I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just trying to be honest, because we run an honest organization, and we're not gonna, you know, we're gonna tell you the truth. We're gonna show you what the real deal is to paranormal investigation, as opposed to a TV produced one just to entertain the public. I heard a branch break that back there. We heard a loud crack yesterday too on our way back, and my son seen something scrouched down. It was brown, dark brown, between the bushes. So we do believe that Bigfoot is in this area. And of course, lastly, we're tearing down camp. There's Tammy. Tent's gone. There's the fire pit and the firewood and the truck. Hopefully got enough gas to get out of here. This is Lord Rick of the Paranormal Ghost Society.